Our country is at a crossroads. We're dealing with a pandemic, racial reckoning, and a high-stakes election. But all our Neil Jones wants to talk about is beer. Here's this week's Top 5.
Nothing says Kansas City more than our KCTV5 anchors. That's what our promos say. The only thing that might come close is Boulevard Beer. Born and raised right here in KC. Unlike our anchors, Boulevard's become a part of our community, creating beers to celebrate the World Series and Super Bowl championships. So what better way to celebrate Kansas City than a marriage of our KCTV5 anchors and Boulevard Beer? So with the help of Boulevard brand ambassador Adam Hall, here's our top 5 KCTV5 beers. Number 5, Joe Chiodo's Wild Ale.
Oh, sounds like a wild guy.
Oh, he's wild. Or at least as wild as you can be when you have to go to bed at 6 p.m.
It's big, it's tart, it's strong.
Well, Joe's all of those things, and he's also afraid of his wife.
I'm not afraid of her. Well, not that afraid.
Just look at it. And unfortunately, that's all Joe can do, because he's got to be back in at work at 3 o'clock this morning. Number 4, Carolyn's Lager. Carolyn Long's the all-American girl grown up, with a tattoo. She's incredibly popular with both her audience and her coworkers.
You've just described the most popular beer style in the world, which are lagers.
He says Carolyn's personality is a perfect match for their Bob's 47 lager.
It is a little bit malty, it's a little bit caramel, it's sweet, it's approachable, it's refreshing.
Just like Carolyn.
That's true.
Number 3, a dash of Gina. Now, Gina Bullard's bright, bubbly, and beautiful, just like Boulevard's new cherry blossom and lime seltzer.
It's beautiful in the glass.
Check.
It pours a beautiful pink.
And she looks great in pink.
That's a little creepy, Neil.
It's tart, it's sweet.
I'm not sure about the sweet.
Hey, I'm sweet.
Look, Gina can't take a bad picture, and neither can this cherry blossom and lime.
It's beautiful in the glass, and it's the perfect beer for just a beautiful person.
Number 2, Brad's Bully Porter.
It is a nice, rich, dark, robust porter.
Well, rooting for Nebraska over the last 15 years will make you pretty robust.
Neil, you can make fun of my hair, my chin, but when you pick on the Huskers, you've crossed the line, Jones.
But this Bully Porter looks great. Hey, and Brad told me to take a taste test.
But our boss doesn't want me to drink on the job, and I'm not allowed to take off my mask, so it's... Seems like it's really good.
And that brings us to number 1, McNamara's Ale.
Pale Ale is the classic American pale ale.
But hey, Ellen's no lightweight. She might look like a model, but in college soccer circles, she was known as Red Card McNamara.
Neil, why don't I just break your legs?
It's malty, it's hoppy, just enough bitterness to kind of offset the sweetness in there.
Now that sounds like Ellen.
It's been a fan favorite for 31 years.
31 years? That's Ellen's age. Well, this is clearly a match made in heaven, or just east of Southwest Boulevard. And what about me? In all of Boulevard's hundreds of beers, does one match my personality?
I would say the beer would be thin, watery, a little bitter, and probably leave you with a bit of a headache the next day.
My very own Boulevard beer. Wow.
I don't think it's a beer we would ever make.
Well, that's this week's Top 5.
Yeah, that beer would also be very flat, I would assume.
Yeah. Why does he keep using the photo of us with the messed
weird
up hair?
He just wants to mess with us, which that's what he's doing.
He does it every Top 5.
He does. Gary, you escaped from this one.
I sure
you
did.
lucked out.
I was waiting for the Amble IPA to get in there. And, dynamite.